Baby, listen, I love it when men can have conversations with each other about real life and real experiences and be vulnerable and supportive with one another, because everybody needs that kind of support. Anyway. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, self-love advocate and wife coach. If it's your first time visiting my channel, stay, click the subscribe button and become a ray of sunshine. Now I know we're reviewing Ready to Love Philly episode number 5, and I skipped 3 and 4, but you know why? If you've been here, you know that I had to have surgery on my wrist. I did watch 3 and 4, and if you must have them, I can go ahead and do a review of those, or recap, or a combination with the 2 of them. Y'all let me know. Let's see though. Let's see how much I can integrate about my thought processes about these people at the same time. I don't want to keep y'all forever, but anyway, that's not what we're here for. Listen, they have a block party. It's a block party. It's Tommy's block party. And I was like, is the block party only for the people on Ready to Love? Because where's the rest of the people? Even though you would have a section like off, which is possibly what they did, you would think that you would see a whole lot of other people. Maybe this was last minute, but you did see food trucks and you did see vendors, and they were black vendors, which I absolutely love. Anybody from Philly, were you there? Did you experience any of this? Let me know down below in the comments. But it is the men's turn again. They have the power. They are empowered to have people go home. And what we find out is later is that 2 women go home, because the amount of women, the ratio of men and women is off. But isn't that what real life is like? It's more women than there are men at a bunch of other like categories, or I don't know, we'll just call it, you know, other like layers to it. Like there are more women in the world than there are men. Okay, so but I had 2 sons, so I was adding to the men population. Okay, nevertheless, that's not what we're here for. I'm just rambling. So one of the first things we find out, honey, is that Taye and Cisco's connection is a little shaky. It's a little wavering, and I understand why. So Taye finds out that Cisco isn't as stable as she would like. Like that's one of the qualifications for her, stability. He does not own a car, and he is living in a room, renting a room, I would imagine, living with someone else. I don't know how it all plays out, but y'all got the picture. And I think it's valid for her to be like, I don't know if this is something that I should continue, especially if it's important to you. Is that one of the things on your list? Unless you a VP, CEO type black woman who could be like, he could be at home and take care of these kids we finna have. Like, I think most of us would feel like, what is his accomplishment? What is he accomplishing? What is he trying to do? Is he going to be using me? Like, I don't want to take care of no man. Like, listen, I understood, but listening to him talk about why he was in that position, talking about how he would have been divorced and how he had been homeless after he had gotten divorced, and how, you know, just things had just spiraled in a negative way for him and him trying to recover. I understand. And the question is correct that she asked, should he be here if he's not ready and has work to do? If your ducks are not in a row? Like, a lot of women, a lot of black women want you to have your shit together. Am I lying, y'all? Let me know down below in the comments. Would you have just been like, oh, it's cool, I just want to keep dating him? Like, let me find out more? Yes. Sure, but what is the plan? What is the goal? We haven't gotten to that space yet. But I'm going to keep talking about them, because we see him go and sit and have a conversation with Naeem, and I absolutely loved it. My heart, he actually did not lose a place for me as a person, because I felt like it was huge that he wanted to have a conversation, that he was able to be vulnerable and open, not just with Naeem, but with all of us too. And how he understood that he's 42 and not stable and could get it and understand it and isn't in the place that he wants to be. And I could appreciate him being honest about his situation. I really did appreciate that, but I absolutely understand where Taye is coming from. More importantly, I was really happy. Like, Naeem got a little check mark for me. Like, check the box off for me. Because I was like, come on, Naeem. You got 3 baby mamas and 5 kids, but you've done a lot of work because you were able to support that man when he needed it. And I loved it. I think we all need people who can encourage us. Okay, we do need therapy. You should be going to therapy. Even if it's nothing wrong, you should be going to therapy. Okay? But also, I feel like we need people that can listen and support us. Like, hear what we are and give us the encouragement. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, Cisco was sad, had little tears in his eyes and shit, my little heart. And then I loved that later on they had a conversation. Taye and Cisco had a conversation, and how he was like, you know, I just want to talk about what I share with you, and I respect whichever way it is that you feel. I'm not upset with you. And she cried. Y'all, she cried. You know why she cried? Because she's feeling him, and she's still in this weird, awkward place. Like, I don't want to make the same mistakes that I have made in my life. Child, I'm about to, it's a little tear. I don't want to make the same mistakes. And is this going to be it? He's such a good guy, and he's got all these great qualities about him. So I totally got it. I totally got it. Did y'all get it? Did y'all feel it? Tell me what you think. Am I being too sympathetic, empathetic right now? Like, they both, like, she has a valid feeling. Ain't no question about it. To wonder what it is. What is it that you're going to be able to what else are you bringing to the table? Like, are you going to have all these other issues? Like, you do have all these other great things about you. You're handsome, you speak well, you share, you're vulnerable, all these good things. But is it going to be a problem? The ducks, is they going to be quacking in all different places? Am I going to be the only person holding us together? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, and if I am, y'all let me know down below in the comments. Get me together, honey. Give me your opinion, and maybe it'll help me have a different opinion as well. I did like, though, that he knew that he was 42 and this is difficult. I like, this isn't where he wanted to be, so that's a plus. But he also said that, you know, I can do shit on my own, but it's more fire when there's somebody with me. I don't know about that, because you need to have the fire by yourself. Like, self-love, self-love, and getting the things that I want and I desire and how I feel, and what's designed for me, myself. And then as I meet my connection, or my one-to-one, or my person, or whatever y'all want to call it, then it would just be contributing. But that I'm over that. I'm over that. We saw that Rose and Cam are feeling one another. It's, you know, even I think about when they first met and she talked about him not having really any spiritual beliefs. Then I think about, I don't know if it was 3 or 4, and he, you know, she prayed and he was like, oh, you know, okay and amen. And she was, you know, and he was like, I'm not trying to change who you are. So that kind of opened up her feeling for him more. Because he's like, if that's who you are, even though I'm not spiritually based, I'm not going to change who you are. And I think I had said that. I want to say it was episode 2. I had said that about him and his response. Y'all hear the Mexican music in the background? I hope not. Goodness gracious. Anyway, I see Rocky, and she's talking with Naeem. And Rocky is genuinely being herself, but is she making any connections? No. The only connection she had made was in episode 1 with Khalil, and that we don't even get to see much of. Like, it feels like it's hard for them to really get to know her. Like, she too cool too like Sahara. She too homegirl like Sahara, but a little different than Sahara. You know, more on the positive and the sweet side than Sahara. At least that's how the men are seeing it. She reads her poem, and I'm all like, this isn't the time for that. It's a nice poem, but I think it's one that you share with someone who you are connected with, or if you are saying your poetry in front of an audience. But Naeem was not with it. He does not like her. Not in that manner. Like, he's not connected to her romantically. Doesn't see anything happening with them in the future. Oh my God, I think they turned their music up. Is they having a party? It's a mariachi band. Okay, I'm back. I think I got a few minutes, so let's see if we can finish this before they start partying again. One thing that I've noticed that has occurred on this episode is people being jealous because the people like liking other people or building connections, or seeing the people that they build connections with are building connections with other people. What did they think Ready to Love was? Did they think it was just gonna be them and that person and that be it? You got 20 singles at the beginning trying to get to know one another. 10 men, 10 women, and they are going to talk to other people. See, the difference is, in real life that we could be dating people. You meet somebody on the internet, you know, on Hinge, on BLK, on Tinder, wherever y'all be meeting people at online, and they talking to several people. But you don't know that they talking to several people. This is really the same shit. I don't understand why it's such a big deal that Cam feels a way, that Sahara is over there kikiing and ha-haing with Jay, and that Angie feels a way that Coley is over there like really shooting her shot sexually. I won't say that, but very romantically with Eddie, like, cause she's sitting, you know, they on the stairs. She's not really between his legs, but she is doing a little bit too much, and I think Eddie felt the same way about it. Like trying to get a kiss, saying, when I first met you, if you had said, let's get out of here, I would have been like, okay. Like episode 3 and 4, I was like, oh, we're getting to see a different version of Coley, and I was liking her. But we back at this version, the representative version. At least that's what the men say a little later. I'm getting beside myself. But I'm honestly serious about, why are these people jealous? You don't have no relationship with these people, and your biggest focus, men and women, should be on the relationship that you are building or connecting with the person on the show. Like, if I'm dating you and you're dating someone else while we're on this show, I need to focus on how you and I relate. Cause that's the main issue. That's the main purpose. I want a relationship with you, especially if you are monogamous and want a one-to-one relationship. I need to be focusing on how you and I actually relate. Actually, that's how it works in polyamory too. But we're gonna talk about that in just a second. Hold on, I'm getting beside myself. Now, you know, Shanice, honey, comes letting everybody know, I got this body, okay? Y'all see it, I'm here for it, I look cute. She's not playing no games. She didn't play no games at that pool party, honey. She didn't play no games at that skating rink. Of course, that's how I broke my wrist. I was a little sad to see them skating. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I broke both my wrists. Nevertheless, she's like, I'm not playing this. I got this body and I'm finna show it and I'm gonna share it. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had her body, I would be always in something that is very like body contour. Like, I ain't gonna even play. Come on, Shanice. Work what you got. Nevertheless, that's not the point. Her and Fritz are having a conversation, and evidently she sent Fritz like a prayer, and he finds that like very endearing, wants to build more of a connection with her, specifically after the pool party and him seeing and talking to her, and like remember, because he was the one that dragged her into the pool with him, like, come on, jump in with me. So he's like, oh, I like her. I think I want to get to know her more. I'm starting to feel a little way about Fritz, though. I still think that he's handsome, except for he need a little bit more neck. I like men who got more neck. It's not head and shoulders. I said what I said. Y'all know he got a little bitty neck. Nevertheless, let's keep going. Now, I might as well. Fritz keeps talking about being part of the poly lifestyle. Like, he was sitting with, I want to say Rocky and Hussein, and he was sitting there, and somehow he said something about the poly lifestyle. First off, think about it as ethically non-monogamous, and it's just not polygamy or polygyny or polyamory. There are varying options of ethical non-monogamy. But people keep bringing it up because he keeps bringing it up. what was it, at the pool party, Cody was like, I was checking out your stuff and I see you follow a lot of poly lifestyle hashtags. Like, what's up with that? I want monogamy. I want one-to-one. And then whatever that joke is that he said that I can't seem to remember in that conversation with the three of them, Rocky's like, hey, yo, what's up? Because guess what? Coley has shared with everybody that polyamory might be the thing that he wants. And baby, let me tell you, if that's something that you desire, be honest with these women and share that, because there are a lot of, go on Facebook, you know, there's some groups that welcome people who want to learn more about polyamory or just want to, you know, want to date in polyamory. Like, there are things that you can have. So don't play with these women. These women want one-to-one monogamous relationships. Like, do your research, y'all. I know y'all judging him, but I'm low-key judging him because he's not being honest too. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. He needs to actually say what it is that he wants. But he keeps coming back to, no, I'm just interested. I'm just curious. People are normally curious and follow things that they want to learn more about that seems intriguing to them. He did say he was like interested in knowing what it was about, but he wants a one-to-one relationship. I'm not sure, y'all. I'm not sure. If he wants to be polyamorous, God bless him. But don't be misleading people is my point. Nevertheless, so also I wanted to say, like, I did not like how Angie was like, you could tell that she's probably very possessive. Because when she said, because that's my connection, why she talking to my connection and I'ma hurt both of them? Like, that did bother me. I had to go back and say that. I know I was talking about a whole lot of other things. Nevertheless, they then play a game. Tommy plays a game where he says a quote of the men, and the women have to go and ring the bell to see whichever person it is. And the woman that gets, two women that gets 3 or more correct has the opportunity to go on a one-on-one date with the person of their choice. And so a couple things that came out, Naeem has had sex in a funeral home before, okay? He said that it was because he worked there. And I mean, people be having sex at work. And even though it's a funeral home, you're not really where the dead people are. Like, you might be in an office or in the bathroom or whatever. I'm not judging him. If y'all are, go ahead. I'm not. Listen, live your life. Hey. Cisco has had sex on a crowded beach in Puerto Rico. Y'all ain't never did nothing? Maybe y'all haven't. Maybe y'all all vanilla, okay? You know, and out of the country, child, ain't no telling what I'm gonna do out of the country. Even out of California. Listen, don't judge me, judge your mama, because I'm living my life, okay? We only got this one, and I don't want it to be closed off on things that I wouldn't do or that I don't want to do. I want people in my life that want to experience life and enjoy themselves as best as they could. I'm not making people do things that I want to do. But if they with it, me too. Anyway, let's just keep going. Jay has had someone, as Tommy say, pray to his penis before, and he went on to say it was they gave affirmations. Let me ask you this question. You ain't never had sexual relations with someone and they constantly affirm you in the process? Baby, when I tell you that's something wonderful. And I'm not just talking about like your sexual being. I'm talking about like telling you what an amazing person you are, how much they enjoy being around you. Maybe you should try affirming your partner the next time you are having sexual intimacy with them. It's something to behold. And this is me not talking as the person giving the affirming, but actually have received it as well. So it does something to you, and it makes you feel like it's just like somebody affirming you right now, just telling you how great you are as a person. Think about that in the bedroom. Oh Lord. Now here comes the ice cream truck. Are you kidding me? Child, let me see if I can get at least one more thing before I have to pause y'all again. Oh, Khalil, honey. Khalil was like, he eats ass. I like to lick it. Like, and then was looking like, why is everybody so shocked and appalled? I don't know. I'm not doing it, but I've had it done. Like I said, don't judge me, judge your mama. Like, live your life a little bit. I'm just saying. Okay, so they have gone away. Like, it's daytime. Normally I do my recording at nighttime because it's a lot quieter. But, you know, I gotta do it when the mood hits and I, you know, not high on drugs, about to be asleep. Anyway, so the winners of the actual game, or the game was Angie and Sahara. Let me just say this about Angie. I think that she too is one of the more, now we're seeing that she's more one of the more natural, being herself type of girls, but also is still putting her best foot forward. We saw that at the pool with her helping Eddie with bringing out all the hot dogs. Why they had so many hot dogs? Why was there like 30 hot dogs and it was only 6 or 7 of them? Oh, maybe 2 hot dogs each. They was gonna be there all night. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. So Sahara, I was shocked that she actually took Fritz on her interpersonal date, their one-on-one date. And they went to a place where they soak their feet and they get their feet massaged or whatever. It was cute, but I was really like shocked. Like, the things that he says about her to us, right, in the vignettes, what is he saying to her that makes her think that she would want to go out with him again? They're absolutely must be communicating via text, because she talks about like him, hey, talking to her like she the homie, like, what's up, bruh? Like, I don't think he said bruh, but y'all get the point. Like, I don't know like what it is about him that she likes, but she's giving it another shot. And she brings up the whole polyester yet again. And she said, you know, it's cool if that's what you want, but I don't wear polyester, so that's not for me. And he was like, I hope this goes away soon. I hope I don't hear about it soon. It's a big deal to people. It's a big deal to people. A lot of people are monogamous and are not open to polyamorous relationship or ethically non-monogamous relationships. Whatever that looks like for you. That means he really is intrigued and wants to know more. And I would not be surprised if a little later on he ends up being polyamorous. I really wouldn't. But what I do know is that Sahara is very urban, very animated, very like all the time. And it could be a turnoff to people who are unable to see the other side of you, the vulnerable side of you, the reasonable side of you, the like, because I don't want to say disrespectful, I mean respectful, because she's not disrespectful, but she is very upfront. The side of you that is a little more accountable, a little more relaxed. She does seem like she's constantly on. But I'm sure, like you, like me, that there are many facets of her, and we're just getting to see one, and no one has really gotten to know her, or she has let them in a way that would see the other dynamics of her. Go, oh wait, I knew it was something that I had forgotten to say, and it was so important. While Sahara and Fritz were on that date, Fritz was like, at first I was just playing a game. I wasn't serious. Now I'm serious. I think that there are people here that I would actually like. What the entire F-U-C-K is wrong with you, sir? Why would you? He wasn't for real. He was just here just because I don't even think they get paid. Y'all, see, there it is. That's what part of the issue was with me for Fritz. He wasn't serious. Then you see Angie and Hussein on a date, and they go to a sound bath. Have you ever had a sound bath? I love sound baths so much that I actually want to learn how to do that myself. Nevertheless, she gives him a cute little gift for his son, the same that she got for hers, and he was appreciative, and it was a kind gift. So yeah, I mean, we're getting to see a lot of different variations of Angie and who she is, but I feel like when we see Angie, she's showing up as herself. Like, acts of service is high on her love language. That's why she was so helpful, and it was a big deal to Eddie, because for Eddie, acts of service must be high too. Additionally, she's a gift giver. Like, I don't know, y'all, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what you think about Both Angie and Sahara. Well, we know how you feel about Sahara, but let me know what you think about Angie. Let me know what you think about Fritz, because I am feeling a little differently about him. Just the way he interacts and the way that he is talking to people. You know what I mean? Like, or the way he, not the way he's talking to them, but after. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's something. I just haven't picked it up. I still think that he's attractive, except for he needs maybe about 4 more inches of neck, and that he has a great smile. I think he has a lot going for him, but there's something that I have not put my finger on, and I'm sure it'll come up. Anyway, the men go to the vault, and they start talking about the connections that they have with the people. And so it looks like Deanna has great connections with Naeem and Eddie. Khalil and Cisco have connections with Taye. I was wondering, because Khalil to me is very attractive, and he's somebody that I would be interested in talking to as well, but he's only 31. Oh, look at my camera. Then Fritz is into Shanice. Hussein is into Angie. Jay is into Kiara still, my man. And Cam is into Rose and into Sahara. No's. Coley got a lot of no's. Hussein, Cam, Eddie all said no to her. Rocky got a lot of no's. Cisco, Jay, Naeem, and not because she wasn't a good person, just that she just came off as a homegirl, too cool, too sweet, too not somebody I would be romantically interested in. And of course, Fritz is like, Sahara, she's a problem. She's a loose cannon was his actual words. Eddie says she gives off hood vibes. I'm hood, but there are so many different facets of me, and you won't always see the hood version, but baby, I'm low-key hood, but I'm also super professional. Anyway, we're not talking about me. And then Khalil also says Sahara because she was cool, but Fritz is like, he's so happy that she getting ready to be gone. She's glad she's in the bottom. She needs to go. And it's to the point where it's irritating a little bit to me, as well as to Cam, who rocks with her. And they have a couple words I'm exchanging. Like, why is you trying to get everybody else to do what you want? And Cisco agrees that you've been saying that, you know, Sahara needs to go. Sahara needs to go. So Cam ends up meeting with Sahara, and shares that somebody is lobbying for her to go, you know, and goes on to say, you know, some people like you, but you got some work to do still. Eddie is meeting with Coley, and he shares how he didn't like that whole give me a kiss. It wasn't appropriate. It wasn't the right time. That it was nice, but it wasn't the right time. And that the men don't think that she is showing up as herself. That it is, you know, that she's being just beautiful. You know, she's showing up at giving you her representative, and she's like, no, this is who I am. I'm what's the word? I'm not vain, you know, I'm not, you know, and this is really who I am. And then Jay is meeting with Rocky, and the thing I said was, I didn't like that he didn't stand up when she walked in. He just sat down. For me, that is very much so gentlemanly, that if we're meeting and I walk in, you should stand up because I'm coming. To give me a hug, to say hello, but mainly to give me a hug, you know, like to greet me, my nigga. Like, what is we doing? Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. No. So we don't get to see who actually gets told they aren't ready to love. So my question to you is, who's not ready to love? Who do you think is going home? Me personally, Rocky and Coley, because they don't have any connections with anyone else. They're going to give Sahara one more time. I think because she's got a connection with Cam. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what you thought about this episode. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my recap and review of Ready to Love episode number 5 for Philadelphia. If it's your first time visiting my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and become a ray of sunshine. Right next to that is the notification bell. Click that so you're alerted of when I upload these videos, and then share it so that your friends can be a part of this conversation with us. Like, come on with the information. Come on, share your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Know that I love you in real life and want every good thing that God has in store for you, even if you don't know what that is for yourself. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will see you on the next review.